our head can come up a little bit. And find your pelvis. So I'm just going to talk briefly anatomy because it helps. You have two hip bones, one on either side. We also call them the wagon wheels. And then you have your sacrum in the middle, which is 5 to 7 fused vertebrae of your spine. And where the pelvis goes, the spine goes because of this construction. And it's a really, really powerful construction. It's like the keystone of a bridge. Like that top stone is wedged in between, and that's what creates our stability for our bonal parts. But then we have also our thigh bones that are slightly angled in the hip joint, and they support that whole surface from below. It's so genius. Anyway, so we're going to do a couple of pelvic tilts. We're just going to go and dropping our sitting bones away from us. We're going into the 6 o'clock, and then we're going to rock the pelvis into the 12 o'clock. I'm going to go 6 o'clock, sitting bones drop. The crease in the hip becomes deeper and a smaller angle, a sharper angle. And then you're going to go into your 12 o'clock and lumbar spine goes down into the ground. The spine flexes, the pelvis flexes and tilts. And just do 3 more and see how slow can you go. And comparing side to side, right hip with left hip. I mean, I definitely know I have a side that is much tighter and quicker and moves just way more than the other. So I have to rein in, or I have to really talk to my mobile side to be on board with my more tighter side. Tight in my book is not a bad thing. I'd say tight is actually normal and mobile is not normal. We'll do one more time. Just letting that pelvis tilt. And then, because we're going to talk to deep hip connections or any deep connection, oblique connection, we're going to now also go side to side. So you're on your back and you're going to rock the right hip a little heavier. You're going to bring that right hip a little more down. And then you're going to rock the left hip a little heavier. So right hip goes down. I'm pouring a little bit of weight, maybe some sand or a little ball into my right hip joint, right hip crease. And then I'm going to pour the weight into my left hip crease. And you're just exploring now 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock. This is a very important thing, talking about gait, walking. Our pelvis does some really beautiful motion, undulation as we're walking. And if that is not there, stuff happens, right? We want our pelvis to really move freely. And let's see if we can do the whole, like a whole clock. So you're going to go to 12 o'clock, let the pelvis tilt towards you. And then we're going to go a little bit over to the left and then get that left hip bone to be really heavy. That's my 3 o'clock. And then I'm starting to drop the sits bones into 6 o'clock, going through 4 and 5. And then I'm going to roll all the way to 9 o'clock and then rolling all the way through to 12 o'clock. So this is kind of weird, but this is, again, this is part of the training weird. Let's go back to 12 o'clock and let's reverse the clock. I hope this makes sense. So you're going to rock your pelvis over to the right and slightly, that's 11 o'clock. And then you're going to rock it all the way over to 9. Left hip can lift up here a little bit. And then start to drop the sits bone, right sits bone, and then rock to the middle, 6 o'clock. And we're going over to the left. Left hip is a little heavier. We're going to go 4, 5, 4, 3. Left hip is really heavy. And then start to tilt the pelvis towards you. That's your 2 and your 1 and your noon, and then let that release. Very